One of the interesting things about the e-commerce market is that as new trends come about, old trends start to resurface as well. And in today's video, I want to dissect a store that's doing over $40 million a year and scaling insanely fast in an old trend, which is the vintage fashion trend. And it's actually resurfacing right now in a major way. So the store is called GRF Avenue. And as you see, their traffic is absolutely booming. So they're getting nearly 500,000 monthly visitors from all over the world, but primarily from the United States and Canada. Now, what these guys are doing is something extremely interesting in the world of AI, right, that we live in right now. So they're actually going into this sort of like anti-AI angle where all of their images are unedited, untouched, and just super raw and authentic. And they do this in order to basically, let me show you here actually on their homepage, they talk about this. So they say, born out of love for vintage and the perfect basics, we want to embody effortless confidence and relaxed chic styles that is universally inclusive. We never retouch photos of models or clothes, ensuring an authentic and transparent representation. So that is a really, really cool trend actually to be building in today's world, in my opinion. And I think there's so many good opportunities within this market. In fact, I want to share with you one of them that I found through the ShoppyLab.ai platform. This is my platform. You can find trends, winning products on here, and a bunch of courses on how to scale your brand. Some of our clients are doing 8 figures a month. It's actually insane through all of the different softwares and tools that we have. But one of these cool trends is vintage duffel bags. So as you see, we can see there's clear demand brewing for this trend. And it's kind of interesting, right? Because you'd think that these old vintage things would kind of die off, but in fact, it seems like they are growing. And the biggest trend, or this trend is very prevalent on Pinterest, which is one of the things I want to highlight for this brand. So here's actually a really smart AI use case. I know that this brand doesn't like AI, right? And they don't need AI. You don't need AI to do this either. You can just hire one person to do this, but certainly taking Pinterest seriously is a good idea. I'm going to dive into some of their other marketing platforms, of course. But just like how I just showed you, Pinterest is prevalent for the vintage duffel bag trend. These guys are absolutely printing off of Pinterest, right? It may not be their number one source of traffic. It's Meta. I'm almost certain. I'll show you some of their ads. They have a ton of great ads, but they're getting a lot of monthly views on here organically, like just for free. Maybe they're running a bit of ads, but it's most likely just from all the pins that they're making. So they probably hired somebody to just every single day, their entire role is just making new pins on Pinterest. And actually, it's a pretty worthwhile role because it compounds over time. As you see, they're getting more and more monthly viewers on Pinterest that they wouldn't otherwise get. Now, as I just mentioned, we're going to dive into their ads because actually how I found this brand is through a software called Get Hooked. We have a partnership at ShoppyLab with Get Hooked, so I'll leave it in the description and you can get a nice little discount, free trial for this platform. I actually love using it. It's pretty much a hack for finding brands that are popping off and looking at all their ads and being able to save the ads into your own folders and things like that for your creative teams, which is super essential, right? I mean, even if you just have one guy on your team that's like his whole job is making creatives, this is a really great tool to give them, or for you to use to then give inspo to that person. But that's how I found them, and then I just went to their ad library and filtered by active ads. Everybody has access to this, by the way. The ads library is free to use, and I'm sorting by highest impressions. As you see, they have over 700 active ads right now at once. And that's the beautiful thing about Meta, and one of the reasons why I even have a Meta Ads agency. It's called Akemi, and we are Meta Ads partners. That's actually one of my longest businesses. I've had that business for a while, and I love the clients that we work with and all the data that I get to see. And basically what I've been seeing over the years is that Meta just keeps getting better and better. And, you can just run 700 ads and Meta will do all the hard work of showing it to the right person. So your job these days is really just making better ads and actually just doing research so that you can make better ads. But these are their highest impression ads. And the number one thing you need to see here, and it's a very simple thing, but again, I tell this to all my clients because a lot of them don't really understand this concept, the concept of creative diversity. And creative diversity, this is actually a really great example because their number one ad is like a UGC ad, 7 seconds long. This is their number one highest impression ad. Always in a Scandi summer state of mind. So they are selling this vibe, right? So with this little robe, and then let's see. So they're selling this robe right here, right away. Vintage robes. I feel like that's actually a super untapped niche. And, this is $140. So these guys are making very big margins on these products. And again, they're not doing anything crazy when it comes to production. Actually, this is pretty awesome. Like what they're doing is so beautiful. But their whole angle is, no retouching, no editing, no AI stuff. Which again, I do believe is a massive angle these days. Now, this is their second highest impression ad, and it's a UGC mashup video, right? So it's a little mashup video. Again, they're kind of selling this vibe, right? Because this is not even a picture of their product, right? This is just like the pattern of the robe. And this one is back in stock, so this is a different robe, but it's also $140. And boom, here they have another ad. It's a static ad with an offer, right? So this is like a middle of the funnel ad. And it's not a coincidence that these are all highest impression ads, because what Meta is doing through all their 700 different ads, it's showing the ads at the right time to the right buyer or the right person. In this one, they have a very clear offer here. And by the way, the previous one, I think this is a founder ad actually, because it's being ran through the founder profile and through the brand profile, which is a brilliant whitelisted partnership ad style that you can do. Founder ads do seem to be crushing it right now. I've seen it on a lot of different ad accounts. So if you are a founder, if you're not building just some dropshipping store, I mean, even if you are building a dropshipping store, you can just create a founder story. But if you are very passionate about your product, which you should be, that's the type of people I like to invest into the most, are people that have a very good brand vision actually, while still keeping in mind all of these data, points that I like to give away or that I like to talk about just to give you the highest likelihood of success. But yeah, this is, a very brilliant middle of the funnel ad talking about timeless skirts. So this one just goes to the skirts collection, and it just has a 25% off call out, limited time only. So there's a little bit of scarcity, really pushing somebody to just actually make the move and start using this. And then lastly, clothes you'll keep coming back to. Some pieces just stay in your wardrobe. So what does this one say? I can't even read it. It says, oh man, I can't read it. I guess let me just see if I can make it bigger here. Slow mornings in our breezy set. Ooh, slow mornings. That's a nice little vibe actually. And yeah, I mean, they're just doing quite well running to this collection. And I love this brand. I'm really happy that I found it. I've never seen them before, believe it or not, even though I make these videos all the time. That's one of the things that truly amazes me about the e-commerce world, and why I'm so happy to be building in this and be, a Shopify partner, a Meta Ads partner. I just really believe in the future of physical products. I think physical products are just amazing. So I love the fact that I'm always discovering new brands with new cool products that I can review and marketing ideas and angles that they're using. One interesting thing I wanted to show you, I like to use the Smart Reply free comment tool. So Smart Reply is one of our tools as well. I'm an owner in this company, and it's an incredible tool for saving money and saving your customer scores, your customer service scores. So I'm not just, sharing this for you to start using it, although you probably should if you're doing any sort of meaningful volume. But it's also because we can use this free tool, and I like to review the comments that people are leaving and seeing marketing angles. So one of the interesting things is that they experience all the same pain points that anybody would experience. So people are uncertain about legitimacy, authenticity, even though their whole premise is authenticity and legitimacy. So sometimes it's just impossible to avoid, these kind of customers that are just continuously going to be skeptical. Same even with, my videos, right? Where like there's, I don't know, for some reason, some people are just skeptical of what I do, but it's a very small percentage. It's not something that you need to be super concerned about, but it certainly gives you something to talk about too. So, they're already talking about authenticity and legitimacy, but clearly some people still don't get the point. But what they're doing a lot is, showcasing testimonials, emotional connections to products. I really love that line right there. Just having an emotional connection to products. I think in general for fashion, that's like one of the biggest reasons why fashion is such a booming market, because people are emotionally attached to their products. But you can create that emotion, I believe, in pretty much any niche. It's just, it seems to be easier in the fashion niche. But you can do the same in really any niche if you just try hard enough and do research deep enough into the different desires of your market, of the customer that you're selling to, etc. Now, of course, they're also popping off on Instagram. Instagram is a huge place, for fashion brands, and they do ship worldwide. So that's pretty cool. That's another cool thing about fashion, is that it's worldwide, right? Like, you can sell fashion anywhere, and fashion trends kind of, go in and out in a variety of different markets, but they all influence one another. Interestingly enough, it seems like, people in the US shop for European styles, Europeans shop for American styles. It's a really cool globalized niche, and it's no surprise that fashion is literally, I believe, the second or third biggest niche on Shopify at almost $1 trillion of GMV per year. It's insane. But yeah, they have some little viral videos. Actually, this one has done quite well. Only 2 days ago, and 6,000 likes. And it's just like a little carousel vibe. I just think these guys are doing so many things right, and staying super true to themselves. This is something I think many of the brands lack in the e-com world. Like, there's just so many different niches within e-com, right? There's like the drop shippers, the calo rippers, the brand owners, I don't even know. There's just so many different niches. And I think every niche can learn from one another, right? So, all the drop shippers, the calo rippers, they need to learn about this stuff, about brand identity, and, kind of like, what is your reason why you exist, right? Like, what is your mission? Why do you exist? And then, of course, the super polished brand guys, they need to learn some tips from the calo rippers too, because, these guys are incredible at finding marketing opportunities. And, that's why we're seeing people, scaling to 7-figure months with just like terrible products. I mean, that shouldn't be able to happen, right? But it does, because, these guys just over index on marketing skills, which is extremely valuable, right? So if you can combine the two, you're going to be printing. And that's really my goal with Shopee Lab. I want to just bring together all the best founders from all these different e-com branches. Even if you're a complete beginner, even if you're an experienced founder, and you want to consult with me in some way, or just join the platform and get more ideas, you can do so. And you can get deals to all the different software tools like Smart Reply, for example, although it's already really cheap, and a lot of 8-figure and 9-figure brands use it to handle all their customer service. It's pretty insane. And on TikTok Shop, that's the other thing. So Smart Reply does have a TikTok Shop integration, which is, I've never heard of any company like this having a TikTok Shop integration, and we've already been seeing a top TikTok Shop using it, and it's just ridiculous how much money they're saving, and also generating, actually, like, customer service can generate revenue. A lot of people never think about that, but it can, especially if you set up your, an AI to kind of do that. Like, that's their goal, is to negotiate refunds, make sure customers are happy, but also try to drive more revenue. That's a great thing. Lastly, on TikTok, they are also super active. So the cool thing also about short form content, I think all brands should be like testing out a lot of short form content, even if it's very simple. What's really amazing about it is that it's repostable, right? Like, one video on here can be reposted to Instagram Reels, and then, one video on Instagram can be reposted to Pinterest. And what I'm finding from my own personal videos, right? That's all I have time for, is to make my own personal videos. I just think it's like the highest leverage thing I can do. So I'm not really making these kind of videos for any of my brands. I'm just making them for myself and trying to drive you guys to, whatever resource makes sense and can help you, but also just give away these ideas and value, and try to make an impact in some way. But what I'm finding myself, which I can see with these guys too, is that a lot of times TikToks will get way more views on Instagram Reels. So, for example, this one, right? I think this is one that they just reposted. So this one got 2.7K views on here. But then on Instagram Reels, I think you got like 165K views. I don't know if that's the exact one, but you get the point. And then they're actually doing a really great thing, which is reposting to YouTube Shorts as well. I think they should do more of this, right? I think they should do every single content piece from TikTok should get reposted to YouTube Shorts. It's very easy to do. And actually now with AI, you can probably do it better. But I know that they probably don't want to do any AI stuff. But the beautiful thing is, like, you don't even need AI. You just need one hire whose sole purpose is these things, right? So you can still have a super lean team without using a ton of AI. I think people just, overthink it and just overhire. That's what I've seen with a lot of the big brands. I used to consult with this really big 9-figure brand. And man, these guys were just like such a mess. They had such a crazy, massive team that was very unnecessary. Like, you don't need a huge team. And yeah, I mean, this is a cool brand. I wanted to bring it to your attention. Here's some of the revenue numbers as well from 2024. They did like 35 to 36 mil. So I think 2025, they probably did over 40 mil. It's probably more than that. All these companies are private, so we don't really know. It's all estimates. I'm just guessing based on the traffic and, all the data that I see. Like I said, I'm studying this stuff all the time, and I'm looking at internal data all the time. So that's how I'm estimating this, but it's probably more. I hope it's more. I think these guys are doing incredible things, and I love the premise. If you wanted to launch something like this, I would say, go after some of these booming trends like vintage duffel bags. That's a good starting point, right? If you can capitalize on the demand, it may make it easier to see some success early on and be very profitable. And if you want my global sourcing agent, I do have a global sourcing agent that can help you source any kind of product. I'll leave the link for that in the description as well. But shout out to these guys. Shout out to Get Hooked as well for putting it on my radar. And I hope that you enjoyed this video and got some value from it. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.